I've already played 12 hours of Star Wars Battlefront, but because it relies so heavily on multiplayer servers, we're holding off on the final scored review until we can test them at launch next week. Until then, here's what I think so far. Star Wars Battlefront captures everything I love most about Star Wars. It's playful and imaginative, driven by a sense of adventure and fun above all else. In those ways, developer DICE has made exactly the Star Wars multiplayer shooter I've always wanted. But it comes with baggage, and it doesn't always know what to do with itself. There's an immaculate attention to detail here. This looks, feels, and sounds like the original trilogy in almost every way, from the scorch marks on X-Wings to that specific spark of blaster fire. The aesthetic is so convincingly authentic that anything out of place stands out vividly. DICE's original score, for example, sounded so wrong that I had to turn off my music entirely. And at best, character performances and movie one-liners are weird and distracting. At worst, they're pandering and awful.
The things I do for that princess.
This great look and feel is put to use in a messy mountain of modes. Let's start with the highlights. Star Wars Battlefront is at peak quality with Supremacy, Walker Assault, and Drop Zone. These are focused, objective-oriented games that leverage a deep set of sandbox systems so that spectacular things never stop happening. Drop Zone is a fast and violent 8-on-8 race for map domination that rewards quick thinking. Seize control of crashed drop pods and you'll earn victory points, one-time consumable items like mines and sentry turrets, and trigger the next drop. All of the explosives, heavy weapons, and buffs you unlock over time add to your combat options too. Every player brings their own customized loadout to every battle, where they can adapt on the fly to new roles. Supremacy is the next logical step up from this. It encourages aggressive tactics as 2 teams of 20 wrestle for outpost control on a large map. The awesome vehicles play a huge role here, with AT-STs and X-Wings able to make or break it for a struggling team. The infantry combat dynamic shifts drastically when you're suddenly taking heavy fire from new angles. Smart rockets, orbital strikes, and other expendable power-ups appear randomly, and work as great countermeasures when you're lucky enough to find them. Plus, their explosions are the best. To make rounds even more volatile, you can find pickups that spawn you as hero characters to bring big power to Supremacy and Walker Assault. Luke Skywalker can carve a safe path through stormtroopers for his team, while Boba Fett's amazing mobility and deadly blaster is a constant distraction for rebels. Playing as or watching the 6 available heroes is a major highlight in a game where impressive scenes are inescapable.
Blaster fire kinda hurts, huh? Is that the best you can do?
Walker Assault mode mixes all of these elements and throws them off balance, giving the Imperials a thematically appropriate advantage as AT-ATs march toward victory. They're genuinely daunting vehicles, and bringing them down as the rebels feels like a huge accomplishment. It's satisfying in a different way than crushing the rebels with that overwhelming force, but both are really fun. Between weapon loadouts, equipable items, vehicles, heroes, tension, tactics, and variety, and the massive scale of the maps set across Hoth, Endor, Sullust, and Tatooine, Walker Assault represents everything Battlefront does best.
We've got them. We've got the plans.
All right, let's get out of here.
Survival mode is Battlefront's most unexpected success. The solo or 2-player cooperative wave-based missions pit rebels against an onslaught of increasingly aggressive Imperials. New enemies with invisibility, jetpacks, extra armor, and shields force you to change the way that you react to each assault. It's especially rewarding on higher difficulties, so skip straight past the cakewalk default mode. The other half of Battlefront's modes just feel like unfocused filler. Hero Hunt and Heroes vs. Villains have little to offer anyone already enjoying the competitive multiplayer. The anticlimactic alternative to Drop Zone is Droid Run, a meandering mode that has teams running in circles capturing mobile control points. Matches here either end before they can become interesting, or disregard team strategy by making only the last minute matter. And Blast is such a basic team deathmatch that I wonder why they even bothered. So that's it for now. Stay tuned to IGN for our final review score soon after Star Wars Battlefront launches next week.